You think your dog is just being lazy, but if they suddenly sleep all day, that's not the full story.
There's a quiet shift that happens before a dog becomes withdrawn. Small pauses in play, a missed greeting, a slower wag. You've probably noticed one of those and brushed it off. That moment matters. It's where the real message starts.
Dogs sleep a lot normally. It's part of their wiring. But a sudden increase, especially paired with changes in appetite, interest, or movement, is a signal. Not a diagnosis, a signal. Your dog is trying to balance something inside them, and they're using rest to cope. And you, the person who lives with them, can catch it early and change the outcome. Here's why. Sleep is a baseline behavior tied to stress, energy, and safety. When a dog feels uncertain or uncomfortable, their body conserves. That conservation looks like extra naps, longer curled-up positions, and staying on the margins of activity. It's not just tiredness, it's emotional energy being folded inward. Think of it like this. If you suddenly stopped replying to friends and spent your days on the couch, people closest to you would worry. Dogs do the same. They retreat when something in their environment or body shifts. A change in routine, a hidden pain, a subtle loss of social confidence, even the scent of a new household stressor can push them into more sleeping. But the cause isn't always obvious. There are three main categories that explain this behavioral switch. First, physical causes. Pain, illness, hormonal shifts, these push a dog to withdraw. Dogs can't tell us about a sore joint or a slow fever. They show it by doing less. That extra sleep could be the only visible clue. Watch for stiffness when they rise, changes in breathing, or reluctance to climb stairs. These are red flags that deserve a veterinary check. Second, emotional causes. Anxiety, grief, or sudden changes in the home. A new baby, a moved furniture, a different schedule create uncertainty. Dogs are social animals. When their social map changes, they seek the safest option. Minimize exposure. Sleep becomes a refuge from an environment that no longer feels predictable. Third, cognitive or age-related changes. Older dogs can enter a different sleep pattern because their brains process the world differently. Sundowning, confusion, or less engagement with cues you used to rely on can all look like sleeping all day. It's not laziness, it's altered processing. But there's a deeper mechanism that ties all three together: the dog's risk-reward evaluation. Every moment they decide whether to engage with the world, their brain quickly weighs expected reward versus perceived risk. If the expected reward drops or the perceived risk rises, engagement collapses. Sleep wins because it's a safe, low-cost state. That's why a doctor's visit, a loud anniversary party next door, or a sore hip all produce the same outward sign. Here's what most owners miss: timing and pattern. A single long nap isn't the same as repeated withdrawal across days. When sleep increases and is accompanied by reduced interest in favorite things, the tug rope, the sunbeam nap spot, that excited tail thump when you come home, it's no longer normal variation. If you want to know what to do next, pay attention to three practical checks you can run at home right away. First, test basic mobility. Call their name and offer a high-value treat. Is their response delayed? Do they hesitate to stand or move? A subtle limp or a slow rise signals pain. Second, check appetite and elimination. Are they eating the same portions? Any changes in water intake or bathroom habits? Illness often shows up in these daily routines before other signs. Third, map recent changes. Have you rearranged the house? Brought in new people or pets? Changed your schedule? Dogs are pattern detectors. Disruptions matter. Sometimes the solution is environmental. Restore predictability with a quiet room, consistent meal times, and familiar scents. But don't stop there. The way you respond shapes their inner story. If you panic or smother them, you can reinforce fear. If you ignore a visible problem, you risk letting it worsen.
The right approach is gentle, active caregiving. Small, predictable actions that rebuild their sense of safety. Try this short routine for the next week. Keep one calm space with their bed and a worn t-shirt of yours. Reduce unexpected visitors and offer 2 short, low-pressure enrichment moments daily. A scent trail treat hunt that encourages sniffing, and a 5-minute gentle massage that focuses on slow, confident touch. These aren't indulgences. They retrain your dog's expectation that the world is predictable and safe. If the extra sleep is from pain, these small exercises won't replace veterinary care, but they often reveal whether the issue is environmental or medical. A dog whose mood improves with the routine probably faced stress or uncertainty. A dog who remains withdrawn despite careful comfort likely needs a medical workup. Now here's the part most people miss: how you frame this to yourself. Don't think, "my dog is lazy," or "they're overdramatic." Think, "my dog is telling me something important." That shift changes everything. It moves you from frustration to curiosity, and curiosity drives action. Action changes outcomes. In the middle of this, there's a surprising lever most owners underestimate: small wins. Dogs respond disproportionately to tiny, positive experiences because they rebuild expected reward quickly. A 3-minute play burst that ends before frustration sets in. A single successful sniff hunt. A calm, short walk that avoids busy streets. These small wins boost confidence more than long, forced interactions. Midway through your week, if you're seeing even a small spark, a faster tail wag, a lighter step, a resumed interest in a kibble puzzle, that's a sign the loop is reversing. Keep the routine, reduce variability, celebrate the micro successes. If after consistent care for a week, nothing changes, don't wait. Call your vet. Ask for a real exam. Some conditions hide behind sleepy behavior for too long. Always remember, dogs don't withdraw to punish you. They withdraw to protect themselves. That protection is a message. Something about this moment is costly. Your job is to decode the cost. The final insight is this: your presence matters more than perfect fixes. Dogs measure safety in patterns: your steps, your voice, your timing. When you become predictable and gently persistent, their world brightens. They'll sleep less, not because they suddenly have more energy, but because they trust the world around them again. Your dog isn't just behaving differently, they're communicating a need. Listen with action. Simple checks, consistent routines, small wins, and professional help when needed. Do that, and the extra naps will stop being a worry and start being the last signal before recovery. If this changed how you see your dog, hit like and subscribe to learn the next thing most owners miss: what it means when they suddenly stop greeting you at the door.